Hi, Amado. Would you like to introduce yourself and explain a bit about who you are and what you do?
My name is Amado. I am PhD student on wireless communication and digital communication. Uh, I will finish my PhD on the December, the next month. Uh, I am working. I am working on the EWIN project, and my activities are the study of signal on the rivers. Uh, I need to implement a channel sounder in order to obtain the characterization of the signal propagation in the rivers with trees.
Mhm.
Another activity was about the research about software-defined radios such as USRPs, HKRF, uh, devices of national instruments while view in this in this uh, in this study. I I worked I worked in several platforms. For example, LabVIEW, Genie Radio, MATLAB, and so forth. The another activity it's about was about the testbed testbed at Colima. For example, we we went to Colima in order to obtain measurements into the river. Um, the another activity, uh, the another activity was about the study of phases of the equipment, USRPs of national instruments by LabVIEW. Uh, that's all. With respect my activities on the EWIN project. Not from I worked. I worked in the studio of radios or devices of the software-defined radio uh, of the research laboratory in at Wolfson building
Mhm.
with Robert Edwards and John Davis. I I I studied with a lot of signals, a lot of processing with MATLAB, with radios, with all equipment that in the laboratory, such as spectrum analyzers, digital oscilloscopes, um, signal generators. The another activity in lot of I understood a lot of uh, a lot of techniques of the research. For example, I understood to write the papers. I understood to signal processing and so forth.
While you were away in Loughborough, what did you miss the most about Mexico?
I miss it. My wife and my son. My activities such as playing music, my culture, um, my friends.
And how was it different being in Loughborough to being in UNAM?
The different. Okay, I think that there is no difference
Uh-huh.
between Lofro and Yunnan because I can I can have all equipment in order to do my research.
Mhm.
I think that the difference can be maybe the food. In here, I can eat tortillas. Yeah, yeah. In lot of there is no tortillas. my ambitions. Oh, I think that I want I want to be a good researcher
Hmm.
in the fields, for example, wireless communication, digital communication, and technology. I hope I will finish my PhD the next month in order to obtain a good job
Hmm.
uh, in any university.
So, do you think that the EWIN project, actually taking part in the EWIN project, will have made a difference to the kinds of job you can go for?
For example, the benefit for my next job, the benefit is to have met expert researchers in the several areas. For example, wireless communications, antennas, or studios of water, uh, and also collaborate with them
Hmm.
so that the work can be carried out successful.
Hmm.
I think that the effect I understood understood to work under pressure. Another effect is study in several disciplines
Hmm.
such as engineers, PhD, master students, uh, engineering students, and so forth. I
Yeah.
think that I can make I can see I can make a company about Internet of Things or wireless communications,
Hmm.
maybe.
You'll start your own company, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that's
yeah,
that's really impressive.
yeah, exactly. It was best to work on practical issues,
Hmm.
and meet expert researchers. For
Hmm.
example, Robert Edwards, John Davis, they they are uh, expert researchers in wireless communications and antennas.
What was the worst thing about working on the EWIN project?
The worst thing. I think that the test in Colima, the tests in Colima were very dangerous because we had to enter the river
Mm.
to get the measurements. In the river, there was a lot of spiders, snakes. Um, that's all.
And what do you do when you're not working?
I I play the music. I play the music specifically from Oaxaca City. The another activity, I go I go out with my wife and my son. The another sometimes I study the new technologies
Hmm.
to upgrade my skills.
And when you say you play music, do you literally play an instrument yourself?
Yeah, yeah. I play an instrument, the uh, tube, saxophone.
I've got a silly question to end. If you could have a superpower,
Uh-huh.
what would you?
Uh, I would like to heal people with terminal illness.
Hmm.
For example, cancer, diabetes,
Uh-huh.
and so,
That'd be amazing.
yeah.
there might even be an opportunity to do something like that using the the science that maybe
Yeah, maybe.
made that superpower reality.
Yeah, exactly.